everyone. Welcome to the 101th. Wait, hold on. 101. 101st episode of the Soda Pop Podcast. I'm your host.
I didn't know that we already had a title right before we even started.
Oh my god. I'm your host, the Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
Josh for the 101th time.
And I say, hey, what a wonderful and powerful kind of day.
That's not bad. Part of me was hoping for a Zoe 101 thing, but that was a pull out of nowhere. So that was pretty good. I got that one. Guys!
Oh man, what a great show.
Yeah. Hey! We got stuff to talk about today. It's not much, but what we got was like extremely interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, multiple reasons.
Yeah. So let's dive into, and I believe this is the only news, the blog, the Kamen Rider Candy Toy blog. I say this now, but if you can hear my clickety clicks, I am clicking over to see if we got a Candy Toy blog for Sentai, and the verdict is no for now.
Besides that one picture of the Shodo set, I don't think we have anything else.
Excuse me?
Oh, did you guys see the picture of the Shodo set from earlier this week?
What?
Here, let me find it.
Did the Candy Toy site update? Is that what's happening?
I actually don't know where this picture came from. I saw it on Twitter a couple of days ago. I figured you guys would have saw it.
No, I had no idea. Oh my god. Where did this come from? Who's this friend?
I genuinely don't know.
A simp.
A simp. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. This is news to me. Where did you find that? How do you just have this image?
Like I said, I just saw people sharing it on Twitter maybe Monday or Tuesday.
SO-DO Super Gaoranger for people who are wondering.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, there's some pretty interesting things to dissect here. Ooh. Yeah, I'd say the fists, they're really gripping around that that's not a Quasar Saber.
Crystal Saber, like I think is what they were called.
Crystal something. Yeah, okay. I'll believe it.
What'd you call it?
Is it the Crystal Saber? That's not it, is it? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I thought you said Quasar.
No, it's not the Quasar.
I said Quasar.
I was about to say Gaozar.
Gao? Wow. These... Wow, I'm blindsided. I don't know what to...
It's been a little bit since we talked about the prospects of SHODO Super Gaoranger. Did we know that there was going to be a 6th Ranger in this set?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, well, we knew there was going to be a 6th Ranger. We just don't know how they're releasing this. Obviously,
right.
Easy answer is probably just all 6 at once.
Probably.
No fuss, no muss. Yeah.
Because we haven't ever seen anything to necessarily suggest it won't be that way. So...
Yeah.
So here he is.
Well, I mean, we've seen the silhouettes of all 6 before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is just the first colored image. Wow. Okay, I wish I could get some sauce on this.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know where it came from. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if it's from some premium Bandai page of one of the modeling project entries, or it was or some blog or something. I don't think it was a blog post, but yeah, I don't know where it came from.
And with the what is it? With the leaks and stuff, you can never go to Google reverse image search stuff.
Oh, I know.
It's impossible.
I mean, yeah.
Half the time I use that, it just interprets what I'm searching for as cartoon character. So it doesn't really help anyway.
It's usually 95% useless. Unfortunately.
I agree. Absolutely.
I've tried to use it for lightning stuff and I've gotten nowhere. So.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm looking at the site right now. I did not know that Precure had articulated tiny little SD figures. That's adorable. Anyway, I was looking at the calendar to see if anything showed up there, but I guess not. Yeah, this is neat. I do wonder. It makes me wonder what is going to be tempo printed / painted or stickered, because like those emblems look very detailed on them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think when it comes to, you would know this because you're actively collecting them. Were there stickers in the last 2 sets?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we know that Bioman is gonna have stickers,
right?
Because said as much.
That was a leading question because I was gonna say it's premium Bandai, so I would assume, when possible, it wouldn't be stickers.
See, Bioman was a unique situation where they found that the reflective silver of the sticker was really conducive to the Bioman stuff.
Weren't the Bioman ones the first time they put stickers on the actual figure?
I want to say yes.
Because I know the Go-Go 5 ones had it on the weapons, but I don't think they had them on the figures.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so either.
Anyway,
I own those, so I should know.
It's again, I've said it before, the ways that SO-DO Chronicle evolves, I feel like SHODO Super also evolves over time, so you can't really predict it either. Just like
That's
SO-DO.
true.
Yeah.
Well, like, SHODO Super comes and goes so infrequently because it's just like...
True.
I mean, it's not SHODO Super's fault. It's basically like riding the wave of SMP or...
I really hope that it can eventually find
SMP.
its own, like, kind of independence from it. I mean, it still makes sense to release them alongside the SMPs, but... especially for seasons that already got mini plot and stuff, which, well, I guess they can redo them. I was
going to say, eventually they might stray from that, but if this does well, I would say. But yeah, that's, again, the reason I say SHODO Super also evolves over time. I think the first team we got was a Sun Vulcan.
Yes.
And it was just like 3 characters, so that when we were talking about what they do next, we were like, okay, but there were 3 characters in this first set, so we need to think about teams with 3 characters.
Yeah, let's do a team where we can chunk it into 3.
And then I think with Gaoranger, the discussion was, well, we don't know if they're going to do the 6th Ranger because we've only seen them do a team with 5. So it's like, it keeps jumping. We're
just gonna keep growing with it.
Because like at that point, our only other point of comparison was Go-Go 5, and there was technically an extra hero, not necessarily a 6th Ranger, but like an extra hero that just didn't happen.
Yeah, there was 2 extra heroes they could have done.
I'm sticking to the narrative that they keep changing the rules. I think the reality, after seeing the King of Arthur last time, I think the reality is there's not actually rules. We just assume there are.
I mean, we all know that
that's true.
The Go-Go 5 set was a failure because they didn't put Titanium in there. Can't believe they didn't put him in.
Hey, you know where you can put him? In the SMP survey. Is that still up? Is that running?
I have no idea.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do wonder, because SHODO Super, I feel like... Okay, let me say this carefully. It would do well here if it were allowed to be here.
I mean...
And...
SHODO Super specifically, yeah.
Yes. And I recognize that Super Mini Pla transitioned to SMP to hit a global market.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they wanted to expand their range and not just do Sentai. They wanted to do more things as well.
I'm looking at this image. The logo, SHODO Super, is in English, so who knows? Who knows?
I mean, it's been that way for a while. I think from its inception.
Yeah, I think it has always been.
Like you said, it kind of comes and goes, so it's I don't really retain much information.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also, I don't know if this is a good theory, and I feel like I've brought it up before, but Rider Candy Toy always has gum, and we know that Ami Ami and HLJ, technically they're not able to ship candies.
HLJ does whatever they want.
They do. So does Ami Ami.
No, they don't.
Still just do it. Stop. So what I'm saying is that Rider Candy Toy, because no license or anything, no license disagreements or anything are happening in the States with Rider, they're more available and more readily, available to, like, get them out to the States as well as, the home country and everywhere else.
Right.
Even the premium items, too, because those premium offerings end up coming to us anyway. But then with Sentai, those aren't technically meant to be here, and that's why they still want to put the candies in there. Like, they only made the change for Rider because they knew, oh, hey, we're probably going to put these in other places, hopefully. So let's make this part of a bigger market and put gum in there instead of candy. Or it's just a thing of, like, hey, Rider is for older kids, and older kids, they might like gum more. I don't know. I have no idea. That's just one of my theories.
You know what? I feel like that might be a better theory because I'm just looking at how Rider is very quickly starting to become more available here in the past year or two. Gum's been around longer than that, I feel like.
Gum has been around since Geo. And I feel like I feel like maybe those are when the talks just started happening.
I think they were.
After Geo, we started getting more stuff.
Because it was like 2018-19 that the talks started happening.
Yeah.
Right. I distinctly, you were saying you had a theory. You're not sure how well it holds water. I was going to say, my theory that I'm not sure it holds much water is that we may have started getting it because of that Shirakura tweet where he said, I don't know if there's much of a presence in the West.
Fair.
And that resulted in that my theory was that kind of resulted in the discussion of, okay, maybe we should consider trying again.
I don't know. I mean, that's one dude. But then again...
but it's also the producer at Toei. So
sure.
It's like,
yeah, I mean, power. Like, he can throw around his weight. I understand that.
He's like
just,
the Kamen writer Kevin Feige.
Did you see the most recent thing that he was asked
about?
Yes,
I did.
I don't want to talk about it. I
don't either.
That's... Please. Oh my God. Stop tweeting the man.
I know. People need to stop.
Oh, no. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. No, I was saying... Someone asked him about Toku HD, and he said our people are looking into it.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, please stop tweeting at him.
Yeah,
please.
You know what? I'm going to say that was probably the most relevant thing to tweet at.
I mean, yeah.
Don't ask him about Kamen Rider Quiz anymore.
Hey. But hey, this is SHODO Super. It's right in front of our faces. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
And good. Like we were saying, a little bit earlier, this sort of just rides the wave of SMP. So we probably won't be seeing SHODO Super outside of Gaoranger for a while.
Probably.
But you know what?
I'd love to be wrong on that.
I was about to say, let's put that out there and just say, hopefully this doesn't age well.
Yeah. Let's hope we're very wrong.
You know what? Now I'm gonna say that's the next thing that SHODO Super has to do to reach another milestone for us. They've made a team of 5, they made a team of 6. Now the next thing is release a team of Rangers that you're not actually tying into a current SMP project.
And I'm actually pretty surprised that with the whole anniversary this year, they haven't yet done like a Go Ranger set or something.
Oh. You know what? That would be the perfect thing for them to do that doesn't tie into a release.
It would. It really would.
That seems like that seems like a low-hanging fruit, easy money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree, but also how cool would it be for them to just release the big flying bird thing with wings?
I mean, if they released the Verbloom in SMP, that would be cool too. But
yeah.
I mean, and maybe they will do that. I mean, they've done like those like big vehicles before for like Bioman and stuff.
You know what? There's still plenty of time for them to maybe like do multiple things.
Yeah.
It's weird that they don't lean into Go Ranger as much.
I mean,
like,
Sentai's, I wouldn't say they've never been like that, but like they definitely don't lean into Gaoranger like we do with MMPR.
And they don't even lean into Gaoranger like they do with Ichigo.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
that's true. That is true.
Yeah, like the exact point of comparison, like the only other point of comparison to make. And like the perfect one. I mean, I don't understand.
They do lean into it, but this,
yeah,
but
not as much as Ichigo.
Like
Ichigo is the face.
Yeah, Gokaiger was the last time we saw Aka Ranger, right?
No, he just came back in the Zenkaiger film.
So.
Well, yeah, that's the last time. I mean, yeah, before the current.
Until recently. Well, did any of them show up?
No, he showed up in
Strongest Battle.
He showed Aka Ranger showed up in Ninja.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Not like in person, but I'm pretty sure he reprised it just for voice lines.
I wonder if the difference there. This is another weird theory. One thing that I always come back to with Transformers, the way that Vangelis puts it on WTF and TFW is if Hasbro isn't doing anything new, then that means that they're kind of sitting comfortably. So financially, with the franchise and all.
Yeah,
once they start experimenting, then you know that something's not going right for them. So it's like That's true. I'm looking at how Ryder always kind of does a lot of the same thing when it comes to Ichigo nostalgia, and it's like Sentai doesn't do that. So I wonder if they're just like we just got to make sure our current thing does well, guys.
Yeah.
So two things on that. One, I guess to what you're saying, Bionicle would not have happened if Lego was not going under at that time. So, that shook things up. Two, what if it is just the actor just doesn't want to be as involved as Ichigo does, as Ichigo's actor?
That's also
not a bad thing. Just
even with Ichigo, what's interesting is I'm pretty sure. I think this is accurate. Because Ichigo's actor last was in the franchise in the movie for Ichigo in 2016, and they kind of wrote that movie as kind of like a send-off. Yeah, the Ichigo's movie. And they kind of wrote that movie as like a sort of a send-off to his character. And I don't think he's appeared. Not. I know the actor hasn't, but I don't even think the character of Ichigo has appeared like on screen since then.
I mean, they are pretty respectful of like,
like even like in one of those, just like I'm here, but I'm obviously not the person. Like just the suit.
Yeah.
I don't think he's shown up since then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is pretty bold.
Yeah. 50th anniversary, so
they'll probably reverse that. But
I'm sure he'll do a press conference or something.
At
the very least.
I am very intrigued in what will happen with the 50th anniversary Rider series, which we will probably be getting our trademark for the next 2-3 weeks.
Oh man!
So even as early as this Monday, we could get it. So,
wow!
Kamen Rider 5Z.
Yeah, I know the leading rumor right now is Victory, but who knows if that's right?
Oh, that's
an Ultraman.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, X is both an Ultraman and a Rider, so I mean,
yeah, we got to complete the just like we did with Ginga. We have to complete the trilogy of using a word in all 3 shows.
Twiga!
What?
The new Ultraman is Ultraman Trigger.
I have no idea what Josh meant. I know what you said.
Oh, well, Ginga has been in all 3 things. There was Ultraman Ginga, Ginga Man, and Kamen Rider Ginga and Gia.
Oh, I mean, I guess yes, technically.
There's Ultraman X, Kamen Rider X. Is there a third one?
There's Shodo-X.
X-Mask 1.
There's X-Men. There's X-Force. There's
slightly different.
Astonishing X-Men. I don't know. Hey, we've got a blog to talk about.
Saikou.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that again.
This is so strange. Like, not that we're getting the parts. I understand getting the parts.
But in this way.
Huh?
Yeah, it's strange because we're getting it in this way.
Yeah, so basically, the Shadow is getting re-released with the X-Swordsman parts on both the arm and the leg. So we're getting 4 boxes, 2 figures, and it's just the Shadow again.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to do it that way. It's very odd.
I didn't either.
Especially because like you can already take a figure apart. You could just swap those pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at this and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I could see how like if you keep removing the ball joint and putting it back on, that's gonna eventually wear out over time.
Well, sure, but it's not like they haven't given us pieces that would be like they've given us pieces for figures that typically didn't need to be swapped before.
Well, like the Valkyrie's Lightning Hornet foot.
Yeah, or the Rising Hopper foot too that we just got recently.
Yeah,
true.
I think,
but that was like fan demand, and they were like, "How do we do this? All right, just do it this way." You know what I mean?
I know,
like,
but it's still the same idea. It's like it's not like a typical armor.
To their credit, all of the Saber forms we've gotten. It's just new arm, slightly new skirt.
Yeah.
This is kind of the same concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
It's the addition of ball joint leg. That's really the only difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that we knew they were going to do eventually. It's just not exactly how I would have expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recall the way that we were thinking about it was, once they get the Saikou, they'll have the Shadow, they'll have the X-Swordsman, and then they'll have like these as like an armor set.
Yeah, I always expected them to either be in like a box on their own or like in some kind of accessory set with either the Budosan shields or like the other heads for the other random swaps, or just basically filler accessory boxes.
And Slash's gun.
Yes. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. My bad.
It's so weird not having his gun. I'm like, I know he's supposed to be a swordsman, yes, but like, he's the only one that does sword gun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he can't do his thing.
He cannot.
Barring the belt though, you could just make a Shadow out of these pieces.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think
take that for what
if you bought 2 of them, you could do it, right? Or I mean, not 2 of them. If you bought each of them, you could do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like honestly, I'm fine ripping the arm and leg off of this and just dumping the rest of the parts somewhere else for like a custom later, and having these as like just accessory pieces. And I feel like it's weird because with G.O. I was all about, okay, you gotta give us extra bodies. This form changing gimmick just doesn't work, so I need the extra bodies. But here, the form changing gimmick works. I'm perfectly fine with it, and like I've come to the conclusion, just with my own collection, that like this is just my collection. This is how I will choose to display these things.
Yeah.
And that's just
you choose how the story ends.
Basically, yeah, and I choose how my collection goes, and that's how I am choosing to engage with these figures. I feel like the way these things break apart is a lot more fun and fluid than any of the G.O. things were. So I feel like that helps as well. And like I said, I feel like that would just work really well with these forms. So just gonna have a bunch of extra Yuri parts next to my Saber parts, I guess. Anyway, that's not all that's coming with these, because they did make new items.
This was what kind of made me like pop in a couple different Discord servers, just ask like, so is this character popular? Because it seems like they're doing a lot for him.
He's popular to me.
And I was about to say, the consensus I got from asking that question is that, yeah, it seems like a lot of people really like him.
Yeah, and on top of that, these hand options were popular. So basically, we're getting extra hand options. You've got a tilty hand, which we've seen with Saber before. Not the full horizontal tilt hand, but just a slight tilt. And we also have the...
clenched fist, as I call it.
Yeah, the clenched fists. So, and it's not just for the Shadow, it's also for X-Swordsman. Yeah. You're getting all 8.
That's cool.
Right and left for each of them.
Again, that's the thing that made me go, is this character popular? Because they went out of their way to do this for both forms.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering. It might be a combination of popularity and also... I wonder if this might have been the only way to do this, right? Because, wow, especially for what we're going to talk about next, Book 8, we need to save a lot of money. So, instead of making a dedicated parts set, what if we just take the molds that we basically just have, do a little bit of extra stuff to it, add in some really cool other things, just because, we're SO-DO, we do that. And save the budget that way. And also, you know what? Get rid of Saber's pants. Can we get... yeah, let's get rid of Saber's pants real quick. Yeah, put some stickers on that.
That, okay.
Yeah. So, I'm wondering if that's all that went into this decision.
Probably.
Because, I don't know, and this isn't even the end of 8. They didn't even say that's it for 8.
Well, it's pretty close to the end of 8.
5, 6. But that should be, I mean, I'll check on Ami while we're talking about it, but...
I was about to say, also remember Dragon Arthur is probably going to be on there.
It is. Well, they said it on the blog.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, as of right now, we have 10 boxes filled up with 8.
Yeah, so let's we've talked about 6 boxes so far. Let's talk about the other 4.
Yeah.
So we got follow-up on what the deal is with King of Arthur.
Yeah, not just follow-up, my friend. It's super supplement.
2.
Dekai.
Your price.
So,
400 yen.
Yeah. Basically, the big thing here is directly contradicting what we were talking about last week.
Oh, yeah, we were 100% wrong.
Again.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it. I always love being wrong with Saber.
I swear, this King of Arthur guy, he really does, defy all expectations.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, he absolutely does.
Shout out to him for not doing anything in the show. Taking his good old time to get to SO-DO, but once he showed up, he just dominates the entire set.
I know.
Okay, I was thinking about this with King of Arthur. I don't know if I brought it up in a previous episode when it was still we were still expecting or not expecting it to happen. I forgot to bring it up in episode 100. I wonder if the reason they took this long is because it was like Tsukiyomi, where they were like, we just had to wait until we had the perfect wave to plot this in.
Maybe. I mean, so basically,
well,
he's in Book 8. I don't know if we outright said it. He's in Book 8.
That's a good idea too, because most of has there, except for, I'm trying to think here, has there been any Saber Wave really that hasn't really taken advantage of using all 12 boxes?
I don't think we've had extras.
I mean, outside of Book 1, where that was the last
right.
That was the last set we got, and then I think that one came with extras. So this is the first time, or no, this is the only time. Wait, I don't know what I'm trying to say. We've never had an instance where the thing isn't filled.
Right.
I was about to say
to the max. Yeah.
What you're saying is that every case assortment has just been no extras.
Right.
Yes, pretty much. We have been getting sets.
So that does make sense also as to why it took so long to get Arthur here, because where else would they have put him? We didn't have room anywhere.
Yeah, I guess now that we've established that, I guess it's worth saying now. Hey, remember when they said that book 1 was the last time they'd be doing box sets? I guess I can see why.
Oh yeah.
In addition to my theory, where it's probably just like a cost-saving measure.
Well, this is better.
I don't know about... Well,
I prefer them using all of their slots.
Check this out. We have gone from, let's say, maybe 4, 5 at the most figure sculpts per wave. And then you just have a bunch of extras. Now, it's like 6, 7, 8...
I'll say one thing.
Wait, no, I don't know if that math works.
Compared to previous years, I know Saber's not the most popular rider series by far. But I think it's very interesting just what they've been able to do with his SO-DO line. In working both with the current show and, filling out not just 01, but Decade and Geo. Mm-hmm. And it's just been really interesting what they've actually been able to pull off with using all 12 boxes. I think they're really using it to their fullest potential.
Yeah. I agree.
Since I just kind of tossed it out there without explaining, I should say my theory is that it probably saved them some money if they decided we're not going to be producing these unique box sets anymore. Instead, we're just going to focus on producing case assortment.
And it did, I think, also help too, where
it's also I think that I now believe that a little bit more when we got that little tidbit about how it does cost a little bit more money to put more on the sticker sheet. So you'd think producing a bunch of boxes probably costs a lot more.
I don't know. I actually believe that a little bit less because like I've been saying, the sets we get those because there are the cases are too big to fit everything that you need from that box, right? So you only get them as a set. But now everything you're getting each set is so big that it fills the whole thing. We are getting more unique figures per wave than we've had before.
Yeah. I could see how that would probably I'm also going to say, in addition to the cost-saving measure, I also do believe that maybe they've just been able to, like I said, fill out a wave enough that it would be redundant to do a box set. I think that was... I brought up this theory in one of our videos, and I think I might have mentioned something about, the idea of it being a little redundant.
No, I mean...
No, wait. I do remember now. It was because I was bringing up the idea that they said... we're making it so the complete box set gives you everything in the wave. And then they also said the case assortment will also account for that. So it's like, well, if both things are accounting for completionists like us, then why have a box set?
No, I agree that it's redundant. I'm just saying they've expanded the range of the boxes. They've expanded the range of the boxes. We are getting more unique figures each month than we have been prior years.
Right.
Because, say, with 01, we had that box with, 3 characters in it. But they still had to fill a box of just those 3 characters.
Yeah, book.
But now...
AI7 was such an odd wave.
Yeah, but now instead of waves like that, or maybe with 4 characters or 5 characters, we're getting waves with 5, 6, 7 characters. It's expanded.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm just I don't understand how that conflicts with what I'm saying. I think that means it goes hand in hand. It's maybe they're able to do more because they cut down the cost of producing a whole separate box set. Maybe that saved them some money that they could put towards the budget.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know that we're understanding each other at all, but we could just go on with the show.
King of Arthur, I don't know how that's going to fit into the box.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was curious how that's going to work because the box itself is physically bigger.
I was like, are they going to stack this in a way that makes sense?
So here's the thing. Before they talked about that, there were a few other things they wanted to say. Because he's in book 8, the price is not going to change. But King of Arthur is going to be made in 4 boxes instead of 3 boxes, which makes sense. That brings his total up to 1,600 yen. When you compare that to the Timegene, that was 1,500 yen, so $100 yen markup. But then when you compare it to the Breaking Mammoth, that was 1,950 yen. So it's cheaper, way taller, and is just as dense and articulated.
Breaking Mammoth was the most expensive, and he's like the smallest one. I mean, I get it.
So that happened because
COVID.
Because
I know the Timegene is a lot more hollower and things like that. So
right.
Well, for this guy, he's not an EX. An EX, they said last year that they're reducing the production run of the EX sets. So that made, in turn, the EX sets more expensive per box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But since this is retail, Costco wholesale, you buy more at once, you get more. Right? So
yeah,
that's basically the same thing here. They are making these in higher volumes so they can produce them cheaper. On top of that, don't compare these to other Candy Toy Robot products.
Let's be clear. Don't call Arthur a simp. Don't compare him to a simp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The other robots aren't too expensive. Like, don't compare him, the quality, and the price point, because the Super Mini Plot are arguably the same or a little bit better for more, and he is far less. Do not make that comparison, because basically Arthur, they're selling him for way too cheap. Is what they want to get.
We're the winners.
It's not
here.
that the other ones are expensive and hoity-toity. This is just way too cheap.
Right.
Oops. Yeah, Arthur is. That's the quote. Arthur is abnormal.
I was about to say, "Oops, we pulled the Ride Plus again."
Yeah. The other thing, and on the biggest thing too. The other thing before we dive into like the size of the box and stuff, they wanted to note, and we were talking about this earlier, does not transform. And that's,
I didn't think it was going to.
It's a pretty simple explanation. Yeah. It's a pretty simple explanation. If it did transform, the joints would not be as articulate, and the proportions would be, quote, half-hearted. But if they didn't make it transform, then the moving could be fiercely moving. The proportion could be fiercely beautiful. So
I'm getting conflicted messages here. Or no. Wait, I may have misheard you the first thing you said.
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyway, I was also asking this. I think I might have forgotten to ask this in episode 100 as well. The deluxe toy. I saw some mention in our Discord that I think the deluxe is around 14 inches, and this is 10 inches. So it's like, hey, if you want the sword mode, it exists.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stand by it as always. Not that I don't like that SO-DO does these forms, but honestly, the deluxes are probably relatively in scale with SO-DO for all of these robots.
Yeah,
agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I feel like this one is more in scale. This is the first time it's ever been the most in scale.
The only thing with like EX sets is that I did appreciate the EX sets give you SO-DO sized bikes, because like that's not really gonna work for like the deluxe ones. So
there's another thing that I didn't mention anywhere outside of the Discord. So hey, check out our Discord. But I found someone had bought one of the tricycle, the bike Gatling guns. You shoot them, and it's also a fold-a-phone. Someone took the DX one.
I know what you're thinking of, but I don't care enough about Saber to know the name of that thing. So I.
Gatriker.
Gatriker.
Okay.
I like what I said better, but someone took the DX one and put a SO-DO figure on it. Scales just fine.
Yeah, that's the thing about the current figures is RKF is only slightly larger than SO-DO.
Yeah, and like that thing's that bike trike or whatever, huge to begin with. So if it looks pretty big, like it works, it fits.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to the motorcycles, I always say, I guess this scales well. I don't really know motorcycles well enough to tell you that it's too big or too small.
I think the only
what I feel like. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like the only big beneficial thing that the EX sets, and it wasn't even an EX set, did over the deluxe was the fact that we got the WAS version of the Timecodes in some way.
Yeah.
But
it's the only thing it has over it.
Yeah, that's it, really. Oh, and the I guess kind of the ride watch stickers, because you would have to buy like actual ride watches to add those in there, but it's not like you couldn't do that. So
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I agree. I agree on all fronts.
But it does look great. It's not that I'm not happy that they're doing it. I think it does look good.
Yeah. Another thing. So let's get back to how the hell are these things gonna fit? Basically, everything in Book 8 is gonna be this big.
All kinds of boxes are big. That's very useful information.
Yeah. So I believe the translations were telling me that since it is the same product called Book 8, it is quite difficult to have different box sizes depending on the type. So that means they all had to be the same size.
Oh.
Also,
I didn't actually pick up on that. That makes sense.
Huh.
Yeah, and if you look at the actual boxes, they're thinner than what we typically do.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but here's
they
the
said,
thing, though.
Therefore, please forgive the squishy points in advance.
Basically just like the empty points, right?
Well, I mean, like, they're gonna remember anytime we get accessory sets in SO-DO, they are like bulging.
Yes.
They are full to bursting.
Yeah.
I feel like we might just be getting that here.
Ooh. It's gonna be
yeah.
real interesting wave.
So the thing about that is, while it's great that they're keeping the set price the same, I mean, the box isn't like it's not like it's terribly more larger than a normal box, but I do wonder what that will do for international shipping costs on it. It probably
ship it with a bunch of other things. Well, it probably won't matter.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying though, like that could be something that people might have to take into account for this set by a little bit at least.
Yeah,
especially since with how international shipping is right now, DHL bases things off of size and not weight. Mm-hmm. So that could be a potential factor.
Yeah. Well, I supplemented various things, but I guarantee overwhelming play value. Please look forward to it, because you can play with a different vector from normal movements.
So, if we're taking a look at Book 8 here, and we have Arthur, both the form and the robot, taking up six of the boxes. And then the Saikou stuff taking up an additional 4 boxes. We have 2 left, presumably. So what do we think we're going to have as the final figure of the set?
I'm sorry, Corey, did you pull up Ami Ami?
I did, and 8 is not listed at all. So we are flying blind.
HLJ?
I'll look on HLJ real quick.
Okay. But the thing is, they would have said if that was it.
Yeah, they would have put the numbers, probably, and they didn't put the numbers.
But then again, we said last week, they would have said if this was in Book 8. I feel like that'd be like the big thing to advertise, and then they just advertised it the next week.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like I said, they didn't put the numbers, and they usually almost always do that when they're done revealing the whole set.
True, absolutely true. Absolutely.
It's wild that they censored out the number. And we're like, oh yeah, obviously it's because it's going to be a different wave.
Right.
Nope. Chuck Testa.
Well, I mean, they censored it out to surprise us. So, you know, good stuff. Next week, though. So this really threw me for a loop. Because I Google translated this, and it's because the words are stacked in a strange way that it threw me off a little bit. But I think next week we are getting Shodo information, not SO-DO information.
Just to clarify, book 8, 9, and 10 are sets of 12.
Oh wow, they've got their work cut out for them. Cause like that's a bunch of different sculpts that they need to, you know, then throw into molds and stuff.
Right.
So I cannot wait.
Yeah, that's June, July, and August sets. So.
Man, all right.
So 26 more boxes for the Saber retail line.
Yeah. So the way that the blog said this was, so this is the Japanese. Forgive my pronunciation. SO-DO dewa naku shodo no shinjouhou todoke. So SO-DO, not shodo, delivering new information.
Well, that makes sense because it's too far. Because since we, you know, are having Arthur take up so much of 8, or in the fact that we're almost done with 8, if they start revealing 9 now, we're talking 2 months in advance.
So I put that into Google Translate, not spaced apart.
Yes.
What it says to me is shodo, not calligraphy, but I'm guessing it meant SO-DO.
Well, like typically, shodo is a form of calligraphy, right?
No. It was mistranslating SO-DO as calligraphy.
Interesting. Okay.
I thought that it was because I for a second I thought I had to look it up to see if this was the right kanji. It is the kanji for SO-DO. I thought what was happening is that they were hinting at new artwork.
Oh no.
I thought it was a really complicated pun, but no. It seems like it's weird. Google Translate is telling me rather than SO-DO, shodo new information.
I think so. Yes, I agree. Also, why would you put a picture of Build there if not?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So okay. So recently, I talked about how like there was a rumor, most likely fake, for shodo-x 13.
Right.
So I guess it's about that time.
It has been months.
Where do people get
since then?
I don't know.
Shodo rumors.
I don't know where that would come from. But
I you know what, Corey? I'm gonna say it looked like it was a Japanese rumor, so it's probably that Shodo was just more popular in Japan. Is the thing?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. I just feel like Matt Hunt would have said something. But
perhaps,
you know what?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Because like I'm not used to getting rumors and leaks from Candy Toy. That just doesn't.
Yeah, so that's the thing is that I'm assuming that what he usually reports on turns out to be true.
Yeah.
More or less.
Okay, so it was probably not. That probably is indicative of how believable that rumor was.
My only thought is that maybe like it leaked out from some distributor level or something for pre-orders or something. But
maybe
besides
and
that,
also and also just because the information is fresher in my mind than it probably is for you guys. The rumor was that it was Skyrider and Z-Cross and both of their bikes, which seems a little bit unusual for Shodo.
Seems a little. It seems a little boring, to be honest.
It also seems like one more bike than usual.
They've done it before.
Oh,
they've done it one time before, and that was it. That was the last time they did 2 bikes in one.
When was
fair
that?
enough. Yeah.
Oh man, I forget, but it was two old dudes and their bikes.
Two show guys. Was it? Wait. Yeah, I can't.
It was one of the. It's got to be one of the earlier ones.
It wasn't like Ichigo and Nigo, was it?
Three. I know shodo-x 3. They did give you, like 3 old people, and the bikes were
was it like
basically the same.
Were they have like a reason to go together? Was it like Ichigo and Nigo, or like V3 and Riderman or something?
No.
Or?
I'm not saying it was Fies, but for some reason Fies is coming to mind. Like it would be some early Heisei and some Showa.
No,
okay.
Hold on. I think I just accidentally typed in Shodo into the blog instead of Shodo, so that's where I'm at today.
Shinobi Kenzan!
Let's see, because I could have sworn it was 2 old dudes, and they said something like, "Hey, yeah, we don't typically do this. Maybe don't expect it in the future," or something like that.
Well, Shodo doesn't normally include Showa writers, so don't expect it.
It's so strange that they don't. Where is Jay? I want Jay big.
I was about to say, Jay and Shin, we know why we're not seeing them, because they were on Premium Bandai.
That was Versus.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that I don't know if there's a rule for Premium Bandai stuff, because it seems like, to me, Bandai doesn't usually do repeats. Like, this is more to do with, like, collectibles. Like, I think the only time I've ever seen a repeat of an exclusive, for example, was, y'all remember when X-8 started and they sold Gem's Gashad as, like, a store exclusive?
Yeah.
At the beginning?
No.
Oh, it's one of those things where it's like, if you pre-order the belt, you get this bonus item.
Yeah, it was one of the first release bonuses, and then they put it up on Premium Bandai at the end in the memorial set.
That's what I was going to say, is that's the only time I've seen them do some sort of repeat where they're like, oh yeah, for the special deluxe Gashettes at the end of the show, here's the purple one again.
By the way, the double bike set was shodo-x 7 with X and V3.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, yes.
Okay.
So that's cool. It was 2 old dudes.
Yeah, you were not wrong.
I'm guessing that was at least half a year ago at that point.
It was in January 2020.
Wow, over a year. So yeah, it's been a while.
When they revealed it. I don't know. Oh yeah, immediately before release. So that was around the time they released it.
Well, yeah, released January 2020. So
yeah. Oh shoot! And they teased Amazons at that time. That's cool.
So it's not unheard of for them to pair up 2 Showa writers and 2 bikes and just call that a wave. It's just that it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they teased the Amazons at that point.
It could go either way
then.
The
Amazons was X9 and that was X7, so they really were teasing ahead. Interesting.
It's a shame I didn't know about this because the impromptu podcast topic was unrelated to this. I feel like this would have been a good, what do you think is going to show up in Shodo?
Yeah. Oh well, we could do that next week.
Oh yeah. We can toss out the predictions maybe later in the week.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, let's get into those. The podcast topic, huh?
Because Saikou got his wonderful and powerful armaments. So I was like, what saber accessories do you want to see? Like we know that they were in the talks of doing the heads for these subforms as well as Kenzan shields.
So yeah, the first person who gave us some feedback on that was AP, who says, far outside the realm of possibility, but clear parts for Chili Blades' various animal finishers would be rad. I gotta say, there are some very toyetic things that I feel like would work really well with SO-DO.
Do you think they'll do like towards the end, if they have room? Do you think they'll do like the lion mode of his previous power up?
I don't know if they have room for Saber.
Well,
I mean, they're getting them out.
I made a list of what we have left, and it doesn't take up 26 boxes. So they have.
Yeah, no, but keep in mind, you gotta throw in Ghost. You gotta throw in actual real Ghost, because I feel like that's gotta be coming.
I really don't think that's happening.
Put in an actual real Ghost.
I don't know.
In this box, you get 6 figures and a haunting.
Yudo.
What?
R.I.P. Yudo.
Oh no.
Just going with my theory before about how like Yudo is not doing so well because Mr. G just keeps sucking all the budget in for SO-DO.
I see.
Yudo better get a second set.
Yeah,
I need Stay Caesar. I need it.
I remember listening back, or I just listened back to the episode when we were talking about it, and you guys are like fully confident that like, oh yeah, we're definitely getting a second one. And today you're quaking in your boots, like, are we getting it? Are we getting it? We've had,
you know what?
It's always radio silence, and it's always scary. I feel like that might just.
I was about to say, you know what the problem is that this is where our expectations are because of Yudo's performance.
Yeah.
Yes. It's unfortunate. Hey, we still got some more comments. Who wants to
Onyx Strike.
Go for
Keep saying this, but Suzune's gun form, also known as like Slash's sword, the gun form for proper Hansel Bremen form.
Yes.
Some fingerhorn hands for Slash.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, I love it.
Available on Thingiverse, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, aside from that, maybe some more Seiken ends for a specific sword hand. And a specific sword hand for primitive that has the sword combined with the hand. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm also going to say... Oh, what?
I saw a custom of that.
Oh, nice.
On Twitter. Yeah, somebody like drilled a hole into the Seiken sword and just plunked in the butt of the saber that we got and didn't even care about any of the matter in between. That's fine. And then
you know what?
They put a peg onto the blade part and a hole into the hand and just
Yeah, that works.
You know what? I was actually trying to workshop a way to make a hand that can grip the actual sword, but now you're describing that, I'm like, I might look into that.
Yeah, I mean they
either
just
work.
use the open hand.
Yeah. Let's see. That's it.
Cool.
Suzune gun form. We just talked about that, and also any sort of option hands are welcome.
Yeah, and that
I agree.
And so the next comment was from Blade Raider, who said, honestly, Saikou's armaments were the main ones I was wanting, so yay. Guess Slash's gun mode, more option hands all around, sword handles for all. In fact, make that the whole pack because there's a lot of swords needing handles and a lot of needed hand options. And you're right. There's a lot that they can do.
I love this. I love this as like Blade Raider's political platform for running for president.
Sword handles
more option hands all round. Sword handles for all. In fact, make that the whole pack because there's a lot of swords needing handles and a lot of needed hand options. Yes! Anyway, Blade Raider 2024.
AP also pointed out that the dragon, the lion, and genie, my favorite novel.
Oh, those would be cool. This would be neat.
Yeah. I also still want cardboard cutouts
of the little pigs,
little cartoon characters.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Well, not just the little pigs, but also the Bremen no Rock Band dudes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a good space.
Yeah,
for all
there's
of
a
those.
little fun
and
opportunities.
You know what? Yeah, and G is really good at making just some flat things. He said it himself. So get on it, my dude. Get on it. You took that one, so I will take Blade Raider's next one, who says, In the spirit of make an Izu SO-DO figure, I want an accessory pack to include a Sora figure made to sit on Buster's shoulder. No joints, just an accessory of that.
I'm into it.
I will also accept a version of that figure with his arms out. And then you can put that one next to Kirame Red and have just a bunch of ripped up paper around him for the episode. I will take one of those.
I forgot all about that.
That was so strange watching that. Yeah. Like as it was happening. Like, oh hey, what
are you describing specifically?
The actor who plays the kid Sora was a guest. He was a guest appearance in Kira Major for an episode. Oh.
Yeah, no, he was in there before he debuted in Saber, right?
Oh, or was it before?
I think so.
It might have. I don't remember.
Because I remember watching that episode of Saber, and I was like, "Wow, what a shitty kid."
When was that?
And then he showed up in Saber, and I was like, "Oh, wait, that guy's familiar." I hate that guy.
That's how people felt when they saw Xeranos.
Oh no! Really?
Well, he was in Hibiki when they.
Oh right, yeah. He's also Hibiki. Yeah.
As of Geo, mixed feelings about that. Anyway.
Hey, it's basically, who can we get back? Throw him in a suit.
Deno guys are always available.
They're
in our back lot.
Yeah, I very side tangent. Love the idea of bringing back legacy characters and giving them rider forms, or upgrading them. Best example, Kagami.
Yeah,
he's best. My favorite Kamen rider of all time, and he gets upgraded to the main character he should have been. Which, all right, go ahead on that last one.
All right, so the last one is from Zimobi, and they said, the usual of Slash's gun, but I would also like to see maybe a new hand for Kenzan with the shuriken molded in, since the original can't make the shuriken properly.
I didn't know that there was a shuriken thing.
Yeah, he can when you put the two swords together.
Oh, right, that weapon mode. Okay, I was thinking like the actual shuriken. Okay, yeah, I got you.
No. I mean, it's kind of like, I barely know anything about Naruto. The windmill shuriken? Big one?
I was, when I was making the weapon, the bottom end of that weapon, I was gonna see if I could figure out a shuriken mode, but then when I tried posing the sword into the shuriken mode, I was like, oh, I can see why they didn't advertise this, because the proportions don't work for it.
They don't.
It's way too.
No.
It's like, deck high.
I was messing around with my Ren figure, and I had it in his hand, and I was like, what if I just turn this other sword down 180 degrees and make it look like there was something hanging off the back end? Oh, hey, that looks neat. Is that accurate? Wow. This is very inaccurate. What I've done looks better than the tiny little blade poking out the end. But if they did want to make like a good sized one, then that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's already past an hour.
Good.
Oh man, I was really hoping this would be a light export on my computer. But yeah, hey guys, thank you so much for being a part of that very impromptu listener question. But I think, okay, we're finally caught up. I'm going to talk about a question that we will be talking about and discussing next week. Hopefully, everything goes according to plan. So, my question to you is, we are getting shodo-x on Saturday. You guys have until then to tell me in the podcast topic section what you think we're going to be getting for Shodo. Now, do keep in mind, they did not specify shodo-x or shodo-o. They just said Shodo. Could be a new thing. We don't know. We don't shodo.
Shodo-I.
Shodo-I, yes, I'm a big proponent of Shodo Ishinomori. Please do that. I want nothing more. Outside of Aqua. Anyways, let us know. You can throw it in the comment section of this video if you would like, or if you're listening to this on an audio podcast platform of your choice, head on over to our Discord. The link is in the description of our, podcast, as well as some links to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as the hashtag Stop Anti-Asian Hate. All of that, very important things in the description. Definitely check them out if you haven't already. Get yourself educated. I really got to stop myself from saying, hey, there's fun stuff down there. It's not really fun stuff, but it's important stuff. So do check those out if you can. Thank you so much for listening. We're at episode 101. We're starting right over to the next 100. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it.
See ya.
Chime. Powerful. Saikou.
That was pretty good too. I did like the Arthur one more. Actually, that fit because we had Arthur. Oh, you planned that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. Very good. Multi-layered, dude.
Saikou! Saikou!